We're about to get to work for the next hour, and how you're choosing to feel is going to determine your energy and the results of how you're choosing to feel. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you're choosing to feel frustrated, then that's going to affect every invitation that you send. So let's make a different choice. Let's tell ourselves a different story, because we're in charge of that story. We're in charge of that choice. We're in charge of how we feel. This Power Hour is about Success Club. Success Club is a metric in your business. Success Club is not a statement on your morals, values, or character. It is not, let me say that again. It is not a statement on your morals, values, or character. It is a metric in your business. Success Club does indicate, are you doing the vital behaviors that move your business closer to your goals and dreams? In the chat right now, I want you to write down one of your big, hairy, scary, audacious dreams that you want this business to be the vehicle to get you towards. A big, hairy, scary dream. Leaving teaching, stay home with your children, move south with your family, buy a home, buy a lake house, pay off your home, quitting your day job. Do you have a Post-it note near? Do you have a piece of paper near, a Post-it note? I need you to write that on a Post-it note and put it on your laptop right now. I need you to write that on a, hold on. I'm such a huge believer in the power of Post-it notes. I feel like I should have my own line of Post-it notes. If someone can make that happen for me, that'd be amazing. I need you to write down that big, hairy, scary, audacious dream / goal that you have on a Post-it note and stick it right here on your laptop. You aren't on a Power Hour to hit Success Club. You're on a Power Hour because you want to buy a farm and leave teaching. You're on a Power Hour because you want to pay off debt. You're on a Power Hour because you want to retire early. You're on a Power Hour because you want to move south. That's why you're on a Power Hour this morning. That's why you're on this work session. However, a metric that gets us towards that is Success Club. So if you are here at this moment in time in the month, at the end of the month, and you have not hit Success Club, it's one of two reasons generally, neither of which is a statement on your moral character. It's one of two reasons. One, you're a brand new coach and you don't even know what Success Club is, and somehow you wound up on this Power Hour and you're like, who is this woman? She crazy. I feel you. I get that. You're over here in this camp. I'm a brand new coach. I don't know what I'm doing. Or number two, you haven't done the work in the days prior in this month. Let me repeat, that is not a moral statement. That is not a statement on your character. It's not a statement on who you are or your value as a human being on this planet. It's a piece of data. It is a data point. We haven't done the work required to get to this metric. And why is this metric important? Because it gets us to travel, to pay for graduate school, to retire when your boss retires, to retiring early. So this metric is what gets us to that goal. All right. The metric isn't, we're not waking up and getting on a Power Hour to hit the metric. We're waking up and getting on a Power Hour because we want to travel, because we want to buy a home, because we want to pay for college education, because we want to retire early. I need you to get that so straight in your mind before you do anything, because that dictates everything in your business. When you know where you're going, the actions will align, the habits will align. But if you're getting up and you're on this Power Hour just to hit Success Club, go ahead and just pop off right now. Because we're on this Power Hour to create a life on purpose with purpose in accordance with the goals and dreams that you have. And Success Club is a metric. So we're going to stop fighting it. We're going to stop resenting it. And we're going to stop saying it's so much easier for everybody else. And we're going to go, okay, maybe I haven't done the work to get me to that metric. We're going to acknowledge and embrace that. And we're also going to go, I got 4 more days. So let's freaking go. If you are let's freaking go, then type that in the comments right now. Let's freaking go. Because I don't have space or time or patience for wasted energy on it's so much easier for everyone else. And why can't I figure this? I don't have space or time or energy for it. Do you know why? Because I wasted a lot of space, time, and energy doing that myself. So therefore now I get to tell you it's a waste of time because I did it. I'm here to shorten your learning curve. We're not going to waste energy on any of that. Okay. Let me share my screen. So this is me. Hi, if we haven't met yet, I hope we have an opportunity to meet at some point. And I want this to be a single page. There we go. Possibly in San Antonio this summer. That'd be amazing. My name is Julie Vorse. I live in Windermere, Florida now. I walked out of my house this morning and I could hear, I'm not sure if it was either the train or the boat whistle from the Magic Kingdom when I walked out of my house this morning. And I'm sharing that with you because 1 year ago today, I left my house in Indiana and we started our journey here. And this was a lifelong dream. This was my vision board. And here I am today, and I get to be on a power hour with you as living, breathing proof that whatever you want in this life, this business can be the vehicle to get you to do it. 1 year ago, I was shoveling snow. Today, I walked out of my house and heard the train or the boat whistle. I'm not sure which one it was at Magic Kingdom. And last night I could hear the fireworks from my bedroom. What do you want to do in this life? This business can help you do it if you're willing to do the work. Period. If you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to be a unicorn, if you're willing to be an outlier, if you're willing to do the things that unsuccessful people could, but they won't, if you're willing to do that, you can do anything in this life with this business as your vehicle. So number one, the first piece that we're going to start today for the next little bit, double, triple, or quadruple the amount of invites that you're sending. That's what we're going to do for the next little bit. We're not going to get complicated about this. We're not going to let me talk about how you're telling your story. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're not going to talk about, we're just going to freaking invite. We're going to invite. Okay, who do I invite? I want you to go back, and we've done this. Again, this is Power Hour, a series, Saturday Morning Power Hour, a series. Today's title of this Power Hour is This Is Not a Sleepover. Okay, we're not here to wear matchy shirts and sing Kumbaya. We're here to build a business. All right. When I do my TED Talk and it's titled This Is Not a Sleepover, you can say you heard it here first. It's not a sleepover. We're here to build a business so that you can travel the world, pay for college education, retire your spouse, retire early, whatever it is that you want to do. We're here to build a business to do that. So I need you to go back on your social media now and be looking at anyone and everyone who's ever commented. I don't care how far back you go, but today's the day that we invite them. We invite them to the business. We invite them to be a business affiliate, whatever it is that you're inviting to. Today is the day we invite them. Today is not the day where we go, oh, look, so-and-so watched my stories again. Today's the day that we invite them. And if you've been sending out 10 invites a day, today's the day we send out 20. Today's the day we send out 30. Whatever it is it's going to take to get you to retire your spouse, to retire early, to buy the home, to travel the world. Likely 3 to 5 invites a day is not going to do that. Saying that with love. There's nothing that you can do or say in this business that I haven't done or said. There's no resistance that you can put up. There's no excuse you can have. Y'all, I've been doing this 15 years. Any resentment, any resistance, any excuse, any reason, anything that you've been saying to yourself, I've already been there, done that. So I'm here to shorten your learning curve. I'm going to tell you 3 to 5 invites a day may or may not get you to that goal that you have when it's big, hairy, scary, and audacious. So we're a double, triple, quadruple our invites, whatever we need to do. So I'm actually going to be quiet. You all know that's extremely hard for me, but I'm going to really try this time. And I'm going to be quiet for the next 15 minutes. And on your social media, any person that's commented, liked it, given you support, you're going to go invite them in some way today. You're going to thank them for showing up, thank them for their support. Have you ever considered doing what I do? How about that for a sentence? Have you ever considered doing what I do? I'd love to have you part of my team. It can be that simple. Please stop overthinking. Are we good? Yes or yes in the comments. All right, let's go. Let's get to work. Okay, hi. We're going to move on a little bit now. And just some housekeeping. I always say that this at the top, and I forgot to, I'm saying it now. If you're here just to work quietly, silently with community, I totally get that. Just hit mute so that you don't hear me and do your thing, boo. Just do your thing, work in community with people. Totally get that. And number two, if you come on late, which sometimes happens because life happens, just get to work. You got vital behaviors for a reason, and you have a business activity tracker for a reason. It's not high school. We don't come in and go, hey, what are we doing? We just come in and get to work, and then we'll catch up. Cool. Okay. That's my vibe on the power hours that I run, because you're CEOs and you know what to do. Okay. Have you sent BOD upgrade emails to everyone whose BOD will still renew this month? This is something that I have been digging into more. Yes, I have a customer database. Yes, if you've been a coach for a while, you have a customer database. If you are a newer coach, you may not have a customer database. Therefore, you would be in inviting mode still while we move into this. So we're still always inviting, but right now I'm talking specifically to people who do have a customer database. This is where I've kind of been digging into this past week. I've been digging into my preferred customers, talking to them about being a brand affiliate. I'm digging into BOD and getting them to upgrade over to Body. I'm really digging in this past week to people who are already in my database. I've downloaded customer reports, all of that stuff, digging into the people that I already serve, because we forget about that, given that our emphasis, as it should be, is on bringing in the new, in connecting people with new, finding those new people and bringing them in. And that's as it should be. We also want to make sure we're serving the people who are already in our database. Now, again, if you're a newer coach and you don't have a large database, then you're just still in inviting mode, which is fine. But if you have a customer database right now, I'd like you to go into that and start looking at your reports of your customers, of your PCs. We talked about this last week too, your preferred customers, and inviting them to the brand affiliate situation, and get into those BOD subscriptions. Can we get them to upgrade to Body? Because what does that create? It can create some volume. What can volume create? Some Success Club points. So for the next little bit, let's focus on who's already sitting at our table. Since we've just spent 15 or so minutes inviting people who are watching us on social, now for the next 5 to 10, we're going to invite people who are already at our table. Selena, I email. The texting thing, I know some people put their cell phones in there. Listen, this is just a personal. I'll stop my share so I can see you. Everyone good with this? We know what we're doing. This is a personal thing with me. I feel like texting is very personal. And if you text me, like I would like to know you. And if some rando just showed up in my cell phone, this is just me. So remember, I'm talking to me, right? I'm talking to my people. I'd be like, oh, hell no, stop it right now. I'm blocking your number. Like that would really bother me that someone was texting me. But your people might be different. Your people might be like, yes, we text all the time and this is what we do. Da, 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 da. You have to know your people. So for me, my question, Selena, to answer your question, to me, I use email. I sometimes use Facebook Messenger, but I mostly use email. Why? Because I can control that. I can control social media, but I can control email. So Erland, those are the words that we are transitioning to. That, newsflash, we've actually always had the affiliates opportunity open. Someone could come on as a coach and just sell products. We've just never really talked about it. So as we're talking about it now, I'm calling it brand affiliate, and then I'm calling it business partner to kind of separate those two. So I'm talking to my preferred customers about becoming a brand affiliate. So sorry, that's my dog. Apologies. Get down. Okay, now that she's quiet, let me answer your question again, Selena. You feel like no one ever responds to emails. You wonder if they're getting through. I think something that does help is Do you have a picture of yourself in your signature? I had someone help me with this. I'm not techie. I don't figure it out, but I don't also have any thought in my head that I need to figure everything out. I think it's important to have a picture in your signature in your email, because then people see you're a real life person with connections to your social. Because what's the first thing we do now? It's 2023. What's the first thing you do? I go right to their Instagram, like, who is this person? And so I want to give them that link to find me, whether it's Instagram or email or any of that. So that's my answer to that question, Selena. Give yourself a picture. And they may not respond, and it's okay. But that's what I find works for me. So again, this is your time to walk through your customer database, and we don't have that much time to do it. So no, I'm not going to walk you through it right now, but that is something really great for your upline mentor to do. And if you have a customer database, dig into it right now. A few more minutes to do that. I'm going to be quiet. Okay, moving on to the next little piece. So this is where you've got to get a little bit personal and remember that this business is not about you. The vehicle of the business will help you get to your personal goals and dreams. But how do we get that vehicle to your goals and dreams? By putting the focus on helping others. And I see so many posts and I see them and I notice them because I have done them. We've all done them. Sometimes we still do them, that are all about how that product, that program, that community, that experience is helping that person. And in 2 words, if you're going to sum up that in 2 words, you're scrolling by and you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on social, whatever, you're scrolling by, and there's yet another post from someone who's talking about how their Energize makes them feel, or their Shakeology makes them feel, or how their workout makes them feel. Do you know what 2 words most people will say as they keep on scrolling? So what? That's what most people will say. So what? And they'll keep on scrolling because that post, that entire vibe is really all about the person writing it. Yeah, or good for you. And they'll say in that snarky tone, you already know, like, good for you. Good for you. Your shake's so good, whatever. And there's nothing that's enticing them to go, I actually feel that too. And I would like to feel better. So as we're thinking about our post this weekend, your job today and tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and from now until the end of time is to make sure that you are telling your story. And here's where we need to not get it twisted. You have so many chapters of your story that this can go on forever. I can talk to you about the time I had to look in my couch cushions for 2 quarters, but that's only one piece of my story. And just like me, you have so many pieces to your story. So let's immediately take out of our head, you need me to sit down and write out my entire story. No, I do not, because you would not read a long post either. What I want you to do is perhaps go back and look at some of your posts. Could you tweak the ones that you've already written to get a little more storytelling as to how you can help them? And can you shift your focus to the person you're talking to rather than on you? And you're going to do that by this question. I forgot my apostrophe in there. That's so horrible. I apologize. What are your people's pain points? What do they want solved? What's keeping them up at night? And when you can put yourselves in the shoes of your people you're speaking to, who very likely are you before you found this, and talk to their pain points using stories, they will ask you, how did you get into their heads? And your response is, well, I'm in your head because I am you. What are their pain points? Their pain points are probably not, gosh, I wish I had an awesome 70 ingredient superfood shake. No one's probably saying that. They're probably saying, oh, what is for freaking lunch today? I don't even know. And I wish I felt better and had a little more confidence in my skin. I don't have any energy. What are their pain points? So for the next 5 minutes-ish, I want you, this is not something you're doing really on your computer, or you could do it in your notes or your Word doc, whatever, but I want you to write down, what are your people's pain points, and some little bullet point ideas of pieces of your story that you can tell that might talk about that. This is the work, right? This is not just copy, paste, invite. This is the work of marketing. And you're a marketer. You're positioning your message to help someone. What are their pain points? Are you speaking to them? And what parts of your story can you share to help them understand that you can help them? I'm going to give you like 5 minutes, write some stuff down, notes, paper, whatever. Haley, it's only tricky if you make it tricky. It's only tricky if you make it tricky. Your question is, what are my people's pain points? How am I talking to them about those pain points? How am I helping them? That's always your guiding question. How am I helping them? Okay, let's talk about a couple pieces in the comments section. Number one, Maddie says, sometimes I feel the creative juices and other times I don't so much. Okay, so you're a human. Awesome. Perfect. You just described everybody. And I also want to remind you, as I have to remind myself all the time, that people aren't looking for some perfectly curated post. Literally sit your phone up and just have a conversation. And especially now in 2023, people need to hear messages like 16 or 20 times. So I taught group exercise for a very, very long time. I taught a format called Turbo for a very, very long time. That format had the exact same warm-up for the entirety of the time that I taught it. I probably taught 10,000 hours. I am literally an expert in teaching Turbo. I taught the same warm-up every single time. Nobody's ever bored of it. You need to hear it over and over and over and over and over again. And just because you think other people are bored, no, they're not. Literally 10,000 hours I probably taught that warm-up. They're not bored. So stop telling yourself that story. And when you think, gosh, I just don't have any creative juices, literally just set up your phone and go, y'all, I just needed this bevy today. And I don't know, maybe you feel like you need some energy in the afternoon. This is awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to go take my kids to the pool and blah, blah, blah. Like it really has to, we're making it so much more than it has to be. What you're doing is sharing with people how these products and programs integrate into your lifestyle and how you're building a business off of them. So please unwind and unlearn the story that it has to be super complicated and just tell your story and remind yourself. And if you have to write it on a Post-it note to remind yourself, they're not bored with it. They have to hear it, especially now when there's so much noise out there, especially now. They have to hear it over and over and over again. Sarah Caulfield, Turbo for Life. You're my girl. Correct. You are correct. Turbo for Life. There was one other one that I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was. So these pain points that you're writing down, please make sure you have those in front of you as you're inviting, because you're touching on them all the time. You have to touch, that's what you're speaking to. I want to tell you again, so strongly and with so much love, nobody knows or cares about Megan Davies. No one knows or cares about Joel Freeman. I mean, maybe Joel, because he's cute, but mostly no. They don't care. They might care about Amwala. I mean, that man, they might, but mostly they don't. Mostly they don't know. And we get so caught up because it feels so much easier to talk about these trainers and these programs. Think about what's changed your life. It's the business, because the business is all of it. The business is the fitness and the nutrition and the community and the personal development and the income. It's all of it. So it becomes this easy default to talk about Amwala. I mean, Amwala is Amwala, but nobody knows or cares about him. They care about you. And they care about how your story feels like it's theirs and how you are in their head. And you seem to have something that can help them just feel better. And Amwala might be part of it. Amwala might be the side benefit to it. Okay. But he's not the reason why they're changing their life. It's the business and it's you. So when you start to take that easy way out of inviting just because you love the trainer, or post that picture because you love the trainer, you're doing a so what post. Okay, where are we? Okay, we've done this. We've talked about this too. Email all the customers in your database, any customer list that you have. And again, I'm going back to that preferred customer, like I'm beating that dead horse into the ground. I know, go back to your preferred customers. Those are the perfect people for you to be messaging to become a brand affiliate. Let me touch back on this right here, this storytelling. I have two assignments, two pieces of homework for you. One you're going to be okay with, and one you're going to pee your pants about. Okay, so let's just accept that. So the first one is, there's a lot of information in your Coach Breaking News in your back office right now. Also, I'm really working hard to stop calling it Coach Online Out, but I'm really working hard to call it my back office as we transition to the word partner. So in your back office, I mean, it's been 15 years, y'all, that I've been calling it that long. So it's going to take me a minute. In your back office, underneath breaking news, there's a lot of info. There's an awesome video about the new Body Essentials pack. There's just a lot of really great information. And you need to tap into that. Why? Because you're the CEO of your business. And if you're floating along on the surface and then wondering why you're not at Success Club or wondering why your business isn't growing, I'm betting because some of it is you're just not all the way in. And being all the way in means you got to be tapping into that breaking news so you know what the heck's going on in your business, right? You got to know what is going on. So one of your assignments this weekend is to just look through that Coach Breaking News and really dig into anything that you have not seen. That's number one. Number two, you ready? Number two is you're going to go live. Now, for some of you, that's like, okay, whatever. For others of you, you just peed your pants. You're going to go live and you're going to talk about one of those pain points. One of them, not all of them, one of them. So some of you said, okay, I have a list of 12. I have a list of 15. I have a list of 10, right? You're not talking about all 15, right? This is not a 3-hour Avatar movie. This is you sharing one pain point, but you have to do it live because they need to hear your voice and they need to see your emotion and they need to relate to you and they need to go, oh, she's just like me. He's just like me. They're just like me. So that's your other piece of homework is you have to go live. And if it makes you pee your pants, no, not in a challenge group, on a public social media platform. Great question. Public social media platform. Mike, you know what? I think it's really dependent on although Sunday evening, I think is a really great time. I think Sunday evenings are a really great time because I think people are online on Sunday evenings. Like I wouldn't do it on a Saturday night, but I think a Sunday morning or a Sunday evening could be really good. Or I'd do it right after this, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. If you want to do it, right now, I think it'd be good because you're kind of hyped up and ready to go. I, over the years, have kind of trained my audience that I like to go live in the mornings. So they kind of know that, but I had to consistently do that. And morning's my green zone. So I'm really on in the morning. So it works for me, but your green zone might be noon. Your people might be on at lunch and learn, whatever it works. But I think Sunday evening on a weekend is really awesome, Mike, because people are like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. And you're like, I got you. I have a solution for you. So it's just going live on a public social forum, talking to one of those pain points and positioning what you have as a solution to that. So those are your two pieces of homework. Yeah. I think Sunday evening is a really good time because people are just kind of scrolling around, dreading going to work tomorrow. And you're like, well, let me help you with that. So some of you might know, if we're friends on social, I'm obsessed with the show West Wing. I watched it in real time. I've been watching it again for the past 2 months, digging back into it. And I think tonight I'm going to be at the very last episode. I'm going to cry like a child. But one phrase that they use over and over again, and this is the phrase that I want you to be using from now on: stay on message, especially for the next 4 days. Stay on message. Decide, what are you inviting to? What's your message over the next 4 days to get you to hit the metric of Success Club? What is it? And stay on it. Stay on your message. So clear. Give them so much clarity. Make it so easy to do business with you because people have decision fatigue. Life is chaotic. You're going to make it super easy for them. Stay on message. You cannot over communicate. It's exactly right. You cannot over communicate. Stay on your message. We got it. Stay on your message. No dorking around. No distractions. Stay on your message. Calls to action. You're going to go get into your Coach Breaking News and you're going to go live. All right. You're awesome. Who needs to take a picture? Are we doing a picture? Hold on, I'm not ready. I was turning on our music. Who's doing it? Someone's got to do it for me. Tell me when you're ready. I'll count, then you take it. Ready? And then you tag me. 3, 2, 1, start. It's on sky and stars for you. Have an awesome Saturday. Stay on your message.